What is up, my thrifty friends? Tabs here from the Urban Goddess shop. Welcome back to my channel. We are finally doing a what sold. It literally has been weeks, to be exact, 26 days since I have calculated this. One of the main reasons is that sales have been bad. Like, I don't know what to tell you. They're not horrible, and we're going to go over all of them. Definitely not what I expected. And I think there's a lot of different factors. Right now, it's the economy. The economy is in the trash can, which makes it tough for people. People are living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to put food on the table. And I think that has an impact on what they have for extra spending money. That being said, I definitely have transitioned part of my business model into more higher ASP, higher quality pieces, and hoping that those people are not affected as much by this impending recession. And I'm going to say the word because I've read multiple articles in the last week or two that state there's a really good chance we're going to head into that. So enough with the negative talk. I call that negative talk. And we're going to jump into the sales. I have a bunch of data after. I'm going to break down my average sale price, my top brands, trends, a fun fact, and then what my sales goals are. So there's lots of information at the end, but we have some sales to go over. I chose to select sales that are over $35. I have lots of sales that are over $50, and I think these are valuable. Lots of different brands. I mean, there's going to be some of my bread and butter stuff here because that's a big chunk of my closet. We're going to start to see new brands popping up in these solds, and that just makes me so excited because it's something new to talk about. I feel like when I'm always just selling the same brands, I don't have very much to teach because it's like, well, these are what sell for me and it's the business model that works for me. But I want to expand. I really want to become a more well-rounded seller, and I want to push my brand and material knowledge. So we're on that journey. You're on that journey. We're on the journey together, and I hope you guys find value in these videos. Okay, let's jump into it. First item to sell was a pair of Lululemon on the fly crop pants. These were in a size 8 and they sold for $68. That's a really good price. This color does really well for me. I say really a lot, but it does. This color is a fantastic color. Whether you're picking it up in a legging style, a short style, or a jogger, I think you can get top dollar for this color. Also, they were a size 8, and I think that's just another factor. It's those bigger sizes that are harder to find. Next up is a brand that I feel like I've almost given up on, and then one of these sales happen and it renews my trust in the brand, and the brand is MEC. It's one of my favorites personally, but as resale, it can be hit and miss. Some items sell well, some don't, some I sit on longer, and I've been very particular in what I've been picking up lately. And actually today when I was out sourcing, I left something because I just haven't seen the sales as strong as they were a couple years ago for this brand. It's still a great brand. I just saying I got to be selective now. And the brand is Mountain Equipment Co-op, or MEC. It was a men's hiking outdoor vest, size XL, sold for $35. That I have had for a while. I don't even want to tell you how long. I bet you it's been over a year that that's been sitting in my closet. So yeah, happy to see it moving on and freeing up some space. Next item is something I took a chance on. Thank you, Wendy, for all the tidbits and the nuggets that you share with me and brands that you share with me. The tag says 100% Lin Blanc, and it's a taupe color linen login look button down top. It's in a size XL and it sold for $39. I think I paid about $7 for it. It sold for $39, and that was an offer from them, so I didn't even have to give a shipping discount. I'm happy with those. My earnings were $27.27, so really that's like a $20 profit on this. And yeah, I just want to say thanks, Wendy, for pushing me to look up more brands, pick up different things, look into login look, which is a style that I haven't really been selling in the last year or two. It's a style I used to sell more when I first started, but I found myself transitioning into more modern and contemporary looks, and I think there is money to be made in login look style. Next up is a two-piece bundle, and I'm so stinking excited to tell you guys about this. So it sold for $127, and it was 2 of those Rails shirts. So the first one is the Rails Hunter Agave Rose Blue Plaid button down, size medium, and the second one was Rails Hunter button down in River, what the heck was it? River and White Check. Now, I do think the reason why these sold was the colors. They were like white, blue. They were very spring, summery, vacation looking. I did have them style tagged as plaid, coastal, and western. I feel like they fall into coastal cowgirl, but sometimes I just like to use the style tag through Posh of coastal so that it falls under coastal cowgirl, coastal grandma, coastal style, and I just feel like it's a more versatile style tag. So that's my little tip of how I use it. But I still think Rails, depending on the colors and the material content, because there are a few different styles of it, they can still do really well. And these each sold for over $60, which was a fantastic sale because I grabbed those ones at that one day where there was like really good Rails stuff. Yeah, happy I grabbed those. Next is a Farm Rio halter maxi dress. This sold for $140. I picked this up through retail arbitrage, and I actually sold the matching one on eBay as well in the last week or two. So I don't have any left, and I sat on these. I picked them up last July, and I've been sitting on them till now. So these were a very, very slow burn, but I made good money off of them. I'm happy. I'm actually like, there was a part of me that was like, I'm no longer doing retail arbitrage because I feel like I suck at it. I end up sitting on the items. But I think when I'm buying them out of season. So I'm sitting on them until the right season for them to be purchased. And now, of course, I'm like, I need to start looking for more stuff. But I'm trying not to spend too much money right now with sales just being slower. Next up is another recent find. It was the Sailor Hal tiered floral mini dress, size extra small. I just found this a couple weeks ago. I had paid $20 for it. It sold for $84. Fantastic flip. I think these were the 2 dresses that I had found at one of the buy sell trade stores, and they were new to me brands. So happy to see them doing well, because I do often have people reach out to me and they're like, how are those items from last week's haul or the crazy haul or whatever? And it's nice to kind of see them moving along and to show you guys that, you know, taking chances, looking up brands, trying different things can bring you some good rewards. Next up is a 2-piece bundle, and funny thing is the jacket I actually washed recently and started wearing personally, and as soon as you start wearing something, and I've had the jacket for at least 8 months, as soon as you start wearing something, it sells. And I don't wear a lot of items that I have listed in my closet, but this was one that I was like, I'm gonna keep this for myself. I don't think I'm going to sell it. If someone buys it, I guess I'll sell it, but I was like, I think I'm going to keep this for myself. And it sold within 2 weeks of me wearing it. So first item is a Lululemon Go Cozy wool blend jacket, size 10. And the second item was a pair of Lululemon Unlimited high-rise tights in a size 8. And they had like a really nice floral print to them. This bundle sold for $132, a little bit lower than I think I would want for both of those items, but with sales being slow, I'm moving inventory, and if I'm making a decent profit, I'm happy with that. I mean, obviously we all want huge profit margins, but I just don't know if that is feasible right now in the consumer's habits. Next up is another dress I picked up through retail arbitrage. It was an Anthropologie Mauve low back midi dress, size 6, green. I've held on to this for 8 months as well. So happy to see these moving. I did have 2 of these, and this is the last one. So I don't have any more Anthro dresses that I had picked up last year. They're all sold, which is nice. And I didn't lose money on any of them, which is also nice. Next up is a vintage nude beige slip skirt. This was midi length XL, sold for $42. I will go on like tangents where I'll buy a bunch of these, list them, and then I just wait for them to sell. I haven't found any nice like nude or beige color ones in a while, but after this sale, I was like, hey, I need to keep my eye out a little bit more because I think I veered away from them, but they're just so cute. Like they're so nice to wear in summer with like a cami or a sweater. I know they're meant as like slip skirts, but I truly think they're very cute worn as just a skirt. Next is a pair of Arc'teryx gray Bermuda nylon hiking pants in a size 6. These sold for $49. Love selling Arc'teryx. We will see the brand pop up a couple times in this video. So it's a brand I'm actively seeking out. It does well, it sells quick, it brings good value, and I will pay up for it. So yeah, good flip, happy with that. Next is an Aritzia LeFou Wilford Celestine silk blouse, size small. This sold for $56. I picked it up because I had a really good cost of goods on it. I think it was like 12 bucks, and it's silk. So I was like, the pattern, I'm not 100% on, but because it was silk, that was one of the reasons I grabbed it. Plus it was Wilfred, which is like 2 factors going for it. And I've only had it listed for like maybe 2 months, so I didn't sit on that one that long. I was regretting it a little. When I listed it, I was like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna do. But yeah, happy I took the chance on it. Next up is a pair of driftwood embroidered floral jeans in a size 27. These sold for $76. This was another one. I looked up comps and they were all over the place, even like on eBay, and I was just humming and hawing. So my cost of goods was $13 on these jeans, and I was like, man, if these only sell for like 40 bucks, that's not really ideal for me. But I was like, they retail for a high value. I didn't realize that. Plus they were a very unique pattern. So I listed high and yeah, was able to get $76 for them. So now I am actively looking for driftwood as a brand. If you don't know it, note it down. And I think it might be an Anthro brand too. That might be why it did so well. Next up is a Free People September Song light pink sweater in a size large. This sold for $48. They did leave me a comment or a love note, gorgeous sweater and the perfect match for my mini skirt of the same brand. Oh, I'm so happy. That's awesome. It truly was a gorgeous sweater. A little bit too warm for my likings, but oh, so cute. Next up is a pair of Lululemon men's commission shorts. These were in a size 32 waist. They sold for $39. I did not see a huge profit on these. I paid about $20 for them. My earnings were 27, so $7. Not that great. I need to stop picking up men's Lulu unless I'm paying like less than $15 for them. And I do think these could have sold for more if I would have held out. But again, with sales being so slow, I'm just trying to move inventory rather than sitting on a bunch of stuff. So I have let some things go and just recouping that money back into my business. Next up is a Wilfred Black Rivers ruched dress in a size XX small. It sold for $46. I honestly thought that this was going to be a case. The buyer had some questions. We bantered back and forth on price, and I was just like, man, I'm gonna accept this offer, but I have a feeling this is gonna be that type of, you know, offer that turns into a case. And it didn't. She accepted the item and gave me a 5-star review, so that was awesome. I was a little bit worried about that dress, and not because there was anything wrong with the dress. It was just the whole interaction with the buyer. My like feathers get ruffled when people start to ask a lot of questions, when they keep lowballing you on an item, and usually I just don't even engage, or I will decline, because I've had so many instances in the past where those are the type of buyers that turn into the case. But in this instance, I'm happy, and I'm sorry for passing judgment on this buyer, because that didn't turn out how I thought it would. Next up is another pretty good sale. It sold for $75. It's a 2-piece bundle. First is a Lululemon Bring the Cozy turtleneck size 10. I've had this listed for a couple weeks, not that old. And a jade gua sha facelifting massage stone. I love these. I have a bunch of them available in my closet, but I love these. I personally use it myself. I love doing it in the shower. I think maybe that's how I maintain my youthfulness. Just kidding. But I do use one and I love how it feels. Oh my gosh, it just feels so nice on your face. So yeah, I have a bunch of them and they're kind of like bundle, like things to add to a bundle for people. Next is a pair of Lululemon Wonder Under high-rise crop leggings, size 12. These sold for $50. She did leave a love note. Leggings are perfect and in excellent condition. Super fast shipping and seller is awesome to deal with. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. I love these love notes. I find I get a ton of 5-star reviews, but I don't always get the love notes. So when people send them, I'm just like, makes my day. Next is a Lululemon purple Swiftly Tech short sleeve top. This sold for $35. It was a size 10. I had a really good cost of goods on this. Otherwise, I am no longer picking these up because they just don't sell for enough and I'm paying too much for them. So something's got to give and I just don't think they're worth the effort most of the time. Next is a fantastic sale and I've had this item hanging on my steaming, what do you call that machine? For like 6 weeks. I bet you at least 6 weeks. First off, it had to get washed. There was a couple spots on it. I washed it. It was all good, hung dry it, and then it just needed to be steamed. And once I did that and listed it, the offers were rolling in. So it is the 9 Bang Arlo Desert Graphics sweatshirt in a size large. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I sourced this for like 11 or 12 bucks. It was such a good deal at Value Village and it sold for $136. I did list it high and I sent out some aggressive offers. Someone actually sent me an offer for like $100 and I was like, in my head, I was like, I won't accept anything less than $120 or $125 for this sweater because I looked at solds. There's some good solds. This is a desirable sweater. It is a current style, like generally current, not brand new, but generally current. I'd sent out offers or my automation was on everyone that liked it. This person sent me an offer for $100 and I was like, and I countered back, I think at like $125. And within an hour of countering back at them, someone purchased for $136. And that was probably my automation sending them an offer. So yeah, cheers to that. That was a good flip. This next one is a good sale. Happy about this because I usually pay up for these items. And it was a Lululemon 2021 hood light jacket in a size 6. And it sold for $100. Anytime a Lululemon item is like 2020 to 2023, within the last 3 years, I will usually put the year in the title. And that tells people, if they don't know, that this is a current Lululemon item. And I think it helps give value to the item. It also helps with people that are like quickly looking through Lululemon section on the app or whatever. So yeah, that's something. It's not my idea. I think it was Loren from South Swell Posh that had shared that tip like 4 years ago, and it's just like stuck in my head. So Loren, if you watch, I'm not sure. I know she isn't selling as much as she used to. Thank you so much for all the wisdom that you shared with me when I first started reselling. Next up, we have a pair of Birkenstocks. So now there's going to be some sales from all those shoes, that death pile I started to list through. Oh my gosh, I should have done it sooner. But first is the Birkenstock Madrid Essentials EVA sandals. These were in a size 9. They sold for $40. That's awesome. They actually don't retail for very much. I didn't know that, but I did have a good cost of goods. I think I paid like $15 for them, so not too bad. Next is a Lululemon oversized short sleeve shirt, size medium, sold for $35. Not what I would like to see it sell for, but like Lululemon general shirts aren't really worth that much. I actually sourced this for myself and I washed it and tried it on and I just didn't like how it made me look. It was so frumpy on me and I think I'm just too short. It was also a men's, which I didn't know. I thought it was a women's style. And yeah, I did list it under men's though when I listed it. Happy to see that one rolling through, and I didn't lose money on it because yeah, I don't like to lose money on items. I mean, none of us like to lose money on items, but I just do not like to lose money on items. Next is a Lululemon 2021 Swiftly Tech short sleeve shirt, size 20. This sold for $40. I've had it listed for maybe a month. I think I thrifted this at like a small town thrift store or consignment store, and not a bad flip. I made about 20 bucks on the top. So yeah, if I can get those cheap enough, I will pick them up. This next item, I think this is the third item of this style that I have sold within the last 4 or 5 months, and it's a Babaton Calo black long robe. This was in a size extra small. They retail for like $198. They currently, I think it's the midi length is the one they have on the website. They're not selling the long one, so it's a little bit of an older style, but they just sell really well. And this one sold for 90 bucks. I'm happy with that. Generally, my cost of goods on these are 30 to 40. And even at $40, that put me with a profit after Poshmark fees and stuff of $32, which is not bad. And a quick sale. I just listed this maybe a week and a half ago. I have been sitting on it for a while, but I just listed it like a week and a half ago. Next is another pair of shoes. These were Emika's. They're a pair of Birkenstock Arizona green camo sandals in a size 7. They sold for $54. I'm happy with that. They had quite a bit of wear on the bottom sole, so I think if these would have been in better condition and the leather sandals, I would have asked more, but for those factors, 54 bucks, that's good. And I have to give her some money for that. So when that one goes through, I'll give her some cash, or maybe even help her find a pair of Birks on Posh. I mean, that would be ideal. Find a secondhand pair. Next is an Arc'teryx jacket. This is that Noden lightweight army green colored one. It was in a men's size large. I grabbed it for Jeff. He didn't like how it fit on him, and it sold for $102. And this one I had scored for like 13 bucks, which is awesome. Really good flip. Yeah, I love selling Arc'teryx. It's just such a good brand with such a good return on it if you can find it for the right price. And I find at thrift stores, they definitely price it up a little bit usually, but the value of it exceeds still what they are pricing it at least for my stores locally. Next is a 3-piece bundle. This one sold for $127. In the bundle is a Wilfred Olivia sleeveless cardigan sweater in a size extra small, a Babaton contour bodysuit in like a mustard yellow color in a size XL. I actually sourced this for myself, but I didn't like how it looked on me. I think I'm just too short for this style of bodysuit. They just don't look quite right on me. And the last item is a Free People Sweetheart sweater in a size medium. And all 3 of these items are pretty new listings within a couple weeks. That is good. That means my sell-through rate is holding pretty strong right now. I'm still like, I got my thumb on the market. I know what people are looking for, and those are good kind of markers that I look at when I'm out sourcing. Next item is a pair of Blundstone classic rustic brown boots in a size 8.5. These sold for $108. Definitely less than I wanted, but this is that death pile Blundstone. I have been sitting on these for so long that I really just need to get the money back into my business. I was hoping to sell these for like over $150, but it is what it is. I sent out some aggressive offers, and I'm just trying, this is like a common thread. I'm trying to keep the cash flowing in my business right now. And it's kind of a game of like cat and mouse of finding which items hold good value. I do think there's good value in Blundstones. I could have listed these locally too. I have a couple regrets, but I didn't want to cancel the sale. And also on POSH Sidekick, you can set rules on certain items that you've listed so that you don't accidentally send out a $108 offer on a pair of $225 boots. But I didn't have these in it. Oh man, because I've like listed so much stuff in the last week. I think I got to go into the app after this video and put some rules into some of the items that I'm not willing to, you know, sell for less and decrease my profit margin. Typically I'll do it on like Patagonia or like designer stuff that I have, but yeah, there are some other items I need to go and do this for. And we only have a couple more on Poshmark, then we're going to go through the eBay sales. I promise we're getting close to the end here. Next is an Arc'teryx long sleeve gray hooded sweater, size large. This sold for $84. That's a fantastic flip. I found this sweater for like 12 bucks. Originally thought maybe I would keep it for myself, but it's such a long length, like it was kind of mid-thigh, and I don't really like wearing sweaters that are that long. So for that reason, I listed it, and it's always nice to make some money on an item that you originally thought you would keep for yourself. Next sale is a Frank and Oak brown double-breasted blazer jacket, size small. This sold for $50. I just sourced this last week, and it sold within 2 hours of listing. I kind of wonder if I should have listed a little bit higher. She did send me the offer for $50. I accepted it because it's just such a quick sale. But yeah, the solds weren't that crazy. So I did think her offer was reasonable. And then the last item to sell is one of the dresses from that crazy sourcing day. And it's the For Love and Lemons Evie Tea Rose Floral kind of like peasant dress. It wasn't a size small, and it sold for $80. I just accepted an offer like 2 hours ago on it. So fantastic sale. Last one for Poshmark. And let's jump into the eBay sales because we have some good ones over here. I was actually surprised on how many sales I've had in the last 3 weeks, I guess almost 4 weeks over on eBay. I did have some sales that were a little bit lower than I like to see, but I'm trying to build up the amount of sales that I have on eBay so that I could become a higher rated seller. I think right now I'm like average, like I'm not below, but I'm not top rated. And that's what I want to get to top rated. And you have to have 100 sales. And I think you have to do same day or next day shipping. You have to ship within 1 day. And there's like one, like you have to have good standing. So I'm working towards it. We'll see if I can do this in the next year. First item to sell is a pair of Lululemon Wonder Under 2020 high-rise leggings. These sold for $38.99. So sad on that one. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I just accepted it because I'm trying to make some sales on there to build up to top rated seller. Next item to sell was a pair of Babaton Day linen trouser pants. These were in a size medium. They sold for $36. These were an older style. I had a pretty good cost of goods on them, which is why I let them go. I don't think I will pick up this style as much anymore unless I'm paying less than $10. I just don't think the value is in them as much as there used to be. And consumerism is kind of changing right now. So yeah, I just have to be more selective on those items. Next is a Sandro Paris standard college crew neck sweatshirt in size medium. This sold for $50. This was a pretty quick sale as well. I sourced that not very long ago at Value Village. Next is a Lululemon Into the Drizzle rain jacket, size 2. That one sold for $104. That was a pretty quick sale. I think I sourced that like a month ago. Lululemon does pretty good for me on eBay, typically, minus a couple items here or there that I just accept low offers on, but usually they hold pretty good value, and especially the jackets. I like to sell my jackets on eBay. Next sale is a Lululemon 2020 Urban Horizons jacket. It was a reversible black and gray in a size small. That sold for $80. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how many sales I have over here. Next is a Wilfred Montpellier turtleneck gray merino sweater, size small. That one sold for $50. Yeah, list your sweaters even if it's summer, because I'm learning right now that seasons don't matter. And for the last like 3.5 years, I have been living by the season when I'm listing, and I no longer do that anymore. I am just listing what I find. Next sale was the second Farm Rio halter maxi dress, size extra small. This one sold for $92 on eBay. We have a pair of We the Free Good Vibrations cutoff jean shorts, size 24. Those sold for $40. I actually had quite a few lower offers on these jean shorts. When this buyer sent me the $40 offer, I accepted it because I had been bantering back and forth with a couple people on them and they wanted them for like 20 bucks. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I will sit on those jeans before I sell those jean shirts before I sell them for $20 because they're pretty current. They're desirable. Like, they had multiple factors. I just had to find the right buyer. Next is a Wilfred Free Christine satin slip dress, navy blue, size extra small, and this one sold for $67, which is nice. It was gorgeous. She did have some questions, and I did pay, or she paid for expedited shipping, so I'm hoping she received it in time for her event. And then the last item that sold, and they just paid for it, was a Lululemon 2020 Scuba crew neck ballet slipper pink size 6 sweater, and that sold for $65. That one just went through today as well. So lots of good sales, happy with those. And let's jump into the analytics. This is the fun part. I love sharing this information. So total sales are from May 13th till June 7th. That's 26 days, almost 4 weeks, which is crazy. I can't believe I haven't done a video for that long. Sales on Poshmark were $2,607. Not too bad, not where I want to be, but I'm taking it, I'm accepting it. I know there's people that are struggling to get a couple $100s right now, so I need to be grateful. Definitely am. Please know that. Next on eBay, my total sales were $623, which is not bad. That's kind of slowly growing more and more. And the grand total between both platforms was $3,203. Yay! I am so happy for that. So not too bad, but not great, I feel like, for what I have listed in the last 2 weeks. But yeah, sales are slow. I have been listing quite a bit. I hit 53 new listings last week, and even this week, as of Monday, I had already put up 22 listings. I'm hoping to do probably like another 20 to 25, and my goal is a minimum of 40 a week, 40 new listings. Typically when I start listing lots, it does take like 2 to 3 weeks for those to start to equate into sales. So I'm hoping I'll start to see that uptick in the next week, and I should have some solid information for you guys by the next What Sold video. I think I'm going to continue to pace myself and transition to more fall pieces right now. I am still picking up summer pieces, but they have to be items that I am feeling really confident will sell for a good dollar. Otherwise, I'm going to be picking up more of those fall pieces now. I just don't want to end up sitting on summer pieces, truthfully. If anything, I feel like fall items definitely sell, or like fall and winter items can definitely sell all year, but summer, they do sell all year round, but I just feel like summer has such a small window when the weather is nice here in Canada for you to wear these summer items. Okay, so next analytic. I sold 59 items and the average sale price was $54.74. That is up from last video, which I think was like $43 maybe. That is a pretty big jump in 1 month on an average sale price. My active listings as of recording this are 391, and I'm hoping to get past 400 this week, which should be pretty easy. I am now striving for over 450, and I'm hoping for closer to 500. I used to sit around 425, 450 before Christmas, and then I feel like just since Christmas, I was like selling so much and it was going so good, I couldn't keep up with the listings, and my closet just slowly creeped down to like the 325. So just sitting close to 500, or just sitting close to 400 for me right now is a huge accomplishment in the last month. Something else I've been thinking about is hiring a VA to help with my listings. So basically I would take all the photos, my VA would create the listings, put the drafts up, and then I would review them. It's just a thought. I don't know if I want to make the jump. I feel like I potentially could source enough items to put out 80 listings some weeks, but I don't know. I don't know. It would take time, right? Because I have to like find someone, vet them. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings. If you have anything to add about that, or you currently use a VA to do your listings, can you drop in the comments? Also, feel free to message me on Instagram and maybe we could have a chat about some stuff. There are a few questions that I have, but any advice you guys have, I'm open to receiving. Top brands that have been selling in my closet are Lululemon, Aritzia, and Free People. As always, Arc'teryx, actually we had 3 sales, so they're becoming a contender, but in comparison to those other brands, just not quite there. And that's probably just because I can't source enough Arc'teryx to hit that point. But yeah, keep in mind, these are my top brands, but these are also a huge chunk of what I'm sourcing and part of my business model. So I'm sure there are other brands that would do very well in my closet. It's just, these are the brands I have lots of access to, basically. But on that note, I am very excited for the next few months as I start to introduce more brands into my closet and sales start to happen. I think it's really going to create a diversified closet with brands, which makes it more interesting for me to share with you guys as well. Trends for the sales, 80% of my sales were offers to a like. So single like, send an offer, 80% of people, or 80% of my sales were through that method, which is why I love using POSH SIDEKICK, because that is how I make most of my sales, are the offers that my automation sends to people. So it does work. And 19% of my sales were on a bundle offer. So probably using my shoppers, created a bundle, sent them an offer. And I try and do that every long weekend. So yeah, that would make sense. I still have my closet bundle feature turned off. So if you didn't know this, you know how you can set it so when people bundle like 3 items, you automatically give them a discount. If you are using the My Shoppers feature, it will actually stack the discount. It will give them that original discount plus the discount you are offering through My Shoppers. And I didn't know that. I made a couple mistakes and then figured it out. So now I just keep it turned off. I'm pretty religious, I would say, at using My Shoppers and like adding likes to bundles and just sending out a generic offer. So yeah, I catch them. I don't think I'm really losing many sales not having that turned on. What else? Oh, some of the strategies. So right now I have POSH SIDEKICK set to 30% offers. It seems to be working. I've been getting the best results with this. Keep in mind, I used to only have it set to 20% and I used to make these sales. I have also not deviated my pricing very much. It's very similar to what I was doing 6 months ago. It's just that I feel like people aren't spending as much on items. Maybe their budget is a little bit lower, or the perceived market value on the items that I'm selling just isn't there. But yeah, I've had to turn it to 30% offers. So when I am picking items up now, I am factoring that in. If I sell the item for 30% off, am I still making a profit compared to what my cost of goods are? And this is just things to think about when you're outsourcing. So all that being said, there are still quite a few brands that are doing very well for me, as you guys can see through the sales. It's just trying to find the right styles and making sure that people are looking for the trends that you are picking up. Yeah, I used to have a much more curated closet. I feel like now it's becoming more broad, but a lot of my sales are single item sales. It's not people coming to my closet to create this giant bundle and get a crazy deal. They're looking for a specific item or a specific brand. They've come across my closet, they like an item, they buy it. And I think there's like different business models, and this is the one that seems to work the best for me. And that's the rationale as to how I think my sales are happening. All right, fun fact time. I have tried every method under the sun to make sales in the last few weeks. That's no joke. I wish I had some huge secret to share with you guys that would make everyone a ton of money, but nothing seems to work right now. My fix is to keep listing items right now, checking comps on them and seeking out higher quality brands and material content. So it's probably not a really fun fact. I wish I had something, but this is what seems to be working for me. And I'm just going to keep hunkering down on finding quality pieces, looking up comps, and getting my items listed. Now, on to the end part. We're in the last stretch. We're going to talk about sales goals for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try and do one of these videos every 2 weeks. So for me, it all starts with sourcing and listing. I need to source at least 40 to 50 items a week. And if I want to continue to keep making consistent sales and consistent profits, this is what works best for me. And I'm going to have to make sure that I'm getting just everything listed. I need to source, I need to list. That is how you make money. I'm not willing to drop the prices too much with my local cost of goods. So my fix is just going to be to list more items, and the sell-through rate may be a little bit lower than it was, 5 or 6 months ago, although I do trust that these items will sell. So I'm just going to keep listing, keep building up my closet, and these types of times in our life, or like times as in years, they don't last forever. And I think it's just being smart with your business right now. Be smart with what you're purchasing, be smart with what you're spending. And if something isn't moving, you may want to drop the price and keep it moving so you can continue to get money flowing into your business and looking for better pieces. But yeah, I'd like to see my sales back at like $2,500 every 2 weeks. I think it's possible. I truly do. I just need to make sure I'm listing consistently. So what I would love to know are, what are your sales goals for the next 2 weeks, and what type of strategies are you doing? What type of items are you looking for? What is your business model for the next 2 weeks? Please drop it down below. I'd love to hear what's working for you guys and what you're doing, because I believe there is a business model for everybody. We can all do our own thing and still be successful. All right, guys, I feel like this has been a long video. We're almost at 45 minutes, so I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you in your business. I hope you're able to pull nuggets from these videos. Also, if you could just hit like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. These things are absolutely free and they help my channel out so much in the algorithm. So it's like a free thank you to me. All right, I'm going to head out of here. I'm wishing you guys all many sales, and I will see you next time. Bye. This was 100% linen blanc taupe linen. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I have to read this. Is that really what the title is? Hold on, guys. I need to look at the tag. Okay, so it is lin blanc. I wish I had some huge I wish I had some huge